I sure do feel like playing Diablo. Diablo's not on Steam. Where do you get Diablo? Oh, you have to get Battle.net to do it? I don't want to get Battle.net. Am I out of luck? Wait, there has to be something. Something that'll scratch the itch of an action RPG with a red and a blue meter representing my health and mana respectively, which are restored by potions displayed on the screen. Something with teammates that have their stat blocks displayed in the upper left corner of the screen. Something that allows you to choose what kind of character class you want to play at the beginning of the game that's largely irrelevant. Something with a stat system and skill tree system. Something that has randomly generated loot of varying levels of rarity and usefulness. Something that has a rich story that can take a backseat to just crawling dungeons and wrecking enemies with progressively cooler weapons and skills. Hey, I know just the game! The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing is an action RPG based on the novel Dracula by Bram Stoker. It was developed by an independent studio in Hungary called Neo Core Games, released in May 2013 as a series of what is currently 3 full games and one, mega cut of all 3 games put together with, improved mechanics and interface. The studio was active with their fanbase and even allowed a vote on which of 3 character designs the titular character would be depicted with. Let's get right into it, shall we? Set in a very steampunk and magic punk styled version of Eastern Europe, you play as Van Helsing, the son of the one from the book, as he takes it upon himself to continue the family business of hunting monsters that threaten humanity. What's great about this game is that, just like its obvious inspiration Diablo, the story is there, but it's not really the main focus of the game. Rather, it's a vehicle to keep gameplay going. It's not super deep, and it's kind of a nod to the old plot styles of the monster movies from old cinema, with more magic and action involved. Perfect for someone who wants to play a game without being bogged down by having to remember all the details of everything ever. Van Helsing and Katarina are the star couple in this game, and the obvious tension between them is some of the funniest stuff I've seen in a game like this one.
Oh, you don't have to worry about my servant. I keep him on a short leash.
Katarina. Thank you, my lady. You can pass, and your manservant too. We'll talk about this later.
Fine, don't even thank me. And this track here?
It's deeper. The beast was carrying someone. I'm impressed.
As you should be.
Right.
The two of them constantly antagonize each other, make comments and references to things that happened off-screen, and generally have a healthy and fun relationship.
Oh my. That was stupid.
I'm impressed, actually. They do have a sense of theatrics.
We could still fly over the chasm.
Really?
Oh, right. Sometimes I forget how human you are.
When they encounter other characters in the game, those characters serve as catalysts for more interaction between these two.
Who was this man?
This is the statue of King Borislav the Just.
Just Borislav, as we say around here.
He used to be a great king.
And let's be honest, I kinda ship them together. This game's theme seems to be one of duty. Van Helsing comes to Borgova because it's his family's duty to continue the work his father had done.
A letter from Borgovia addressed to Van Helsing, the great monster slayer, my father. He doesn't take cases anymore, but I am a hunter too. So I set off on a journey with Lady Katarina, my remarkable companion.
He fights monsters and does quests and gets loot because it's his duty as the good guy to beat the bad guys. It's not really a deep moral or theme by any stretch of the imagination, but it does touch on the fact that characters like Van Helsing, who do good for the sake of it being good, are becoming rarer and rarer in popular fiction and media.
Take this man and go!
I appreciate that. I'll leave you in peace.
There's something to be said for the Dark Paladin type. The voice acting is kinda bad sometimes, and the dialogue isn't perfect.
They all forgot that monsters are dangerous. That's what peace does to you.
I'm not drunk. I'm just resting. Boy, stop bothering me.
What is that?
You didn't recognize it? That's the ink.
The dark material of creation and dreams. But that's a myth.
However, that's not to say that it's bad. Far from it, the game actually benefits from the slightly cheesy lines and the back and forth between Van Helsing and Katarina, giving the game its characteristic flavor.
A girl and a boy lost in the woods. Hansel and...
I think your father already covered that one ages ago.
Plus, they at least have a diverse staff of voice actors, and it's not all one guy trying to do every monster. I say this about pretty much all the games I've reviewed on Alphadreadful, but this game's music is really good. It has the right feel for the time period, it fades between tracks nicely, and each area's music choices highlight a specific mood or feeling that makes it easier to relate to the characters in that scenario. I think that the town music is just as catchy and towny as the music from Tristram. Perhaps the best part of the game is the way that it plays toward giving you the taste of the dungeon crawler hack and slash that you wanted without falling into the centuries-old trope of being set in a vaguely medieval, vaguely Western European setting, like most action RPG dungeon crawlers tend to be.
Science happened.
Which means...
That there are experiments where you create a monster.
This is a more modern, more creative setting, with tons of neat monsters and references to actual folklore and literature that'll tickle any watcher of, for instance, deity salads fancy. Add to it that the fashion choices for the characters, both Van Helsing and Katarina, are cosplay worthy right off the bat, and you have a game that'll definitely hold my attention not just for the hack and slash, but for the aesthetic of the game as well. All in all, I like the game. The inventory system's a little hard to wrap around, and Katarina tends to die a lot. She's kind of got a little bit of a bug issue, but it's still a great experience. It does lend itself maybe a bit too much to comparisons between it and Diablo, but I went in blind without knowing what kind of game it was, and it turned out to be actually really fun and familiar enough that it didn't take me a million years to become accustomed to it. The ability to shift between melee and ranged at a single button press was also quite useful, though I ended up just building myself to be a ranged character with magic abilities. But that's just it. Like any good action RPG, you get to choose how you play. Well, I hope that you enjoyed my review of the incredible adventures of Van Helsing. It's been a little while since I've put out an Alphadreadful, but we are doing it! Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, the like and subscribe buttons are waiting just below this video to tell you that you need some health potions. You can also follow my socials, that's the Facebook and Twitter that are in the description box. And if you want to throw some support my direction, you can do it at the Patreon link that's down there as well. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I said moo. Fine. Yes, I can talk. So what? Leave me be.